One NDC person have broke ranks in regards to this whole Galamsey issue. Nipa mekana semi Madam Gabrielle Tetteh, who happened to be the Central Regional Communications Director. Menokase were raising serious concerns, and clearly, you could see that she's breaking from the usual National Democratic Congress. So everyone is staying in line. Madam said, Debbie. She's not happy with the way Galamsey air course. Now, this particular same Madam Gabrielle Tetteh, we are learning say she is the MP elects, okay, for Ewutu Senya East. We have to get clarity on that. But then what here is that she is breaking ranks with John Dramani Mahama on the key issue of Galamsey. I didn't make us just recently Dennis Miracles Abuaje or the Simbi Okocha video was Central Regional so you saw how this particular water treatment plant in Suno I say tea. But because the turbidity levels is so high. Now, speaking on this particular thing, people were expecting say, this woman was definitely going to take side with the government and say the government is working on it near the but party said there be. These communities and even just far from where this particular water treatment plant is, that is her constituency. And then issue so NDC for a bit more hormone. Because it's yasa na MPP de ne ba ye yenka and then mefi power. And Ghanaians voted for real action. So if His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, he wants to do something, in fact, he needs to start it now. Now, Yenko tie insama Madam Gabrielle Tetteh Odituja, because this is the first time we are seeing any NDC person break ranks with the NDC, because Felix Ofosukwache he's been dismissive of the whole Galamsey issue. The same thing for Good Boss CEO Sami Jimfi, any others. Certainly now all of a sudden they are defending, but then this one is saying the issue is something which is far from defending. And then the NDC, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, he needs to sit up, because issue on the ground and people, the good people of Central Region are not really happy with the way things are going. Yenkutie in Sama Gabrielle Tetteh Odituja Yebabaka Yebetuaso.
Specifically to Central Region. And Annie, this morning I have to force myself not to get emotional about Central Region specifically, because what we are seeing in Central Region is of no fault of the indigenes of Central Region. The people of Aguna East, Aguna West, Awutu Senya West, Gomwa East, Gomwa Central, part of Awutu Senya East, Efutu, Gomwa West, the constituencies that are dependent on the Konyaku Water Works for water supply are not mining communities. Not even renting of mining equipment happens there. They are predominantly farmers, traders, and along the coast, fisher folks. But unfortunately, because of mining activities in Eastern Region, specifically in the Ayenswano constituency, where our intelligence has tracked that there were people at the mouth of Ayensu, the source of River Ayensu, mining in a community called Enum Apapam. And they are the cause of what is happening in Konyaku and Central Region.
So Konyaku is just the recipient of what's happening in those areas you mentioned. Okay.
And the Konyaku water system is the water system that supplies water to the east side of Central Region. So we have about 13 districts that are grappling with water for the last 3 to 4 weeks. If you open the taps in Winnipeg today, the water that will come out of your taps, Annie, it is like, what's it called, lamujin or that drink.
Lamujin is white.
Through no fault of these people. And unfortunately, I'm as angry as I am. I have to force myself not to say certain things because I may end up inciting Central Region against Eastern Region. What is happening is totally unfair to us. It is very, very unfair to us. And I expect that the Eastern Regional RESIGNS and the district director and the district chief executive of Ayen Swano will start working on how to get rid of those people on that stream, because that is why our people are struggling this morning.
Which stream?
River Ayensu.
River Ayensu.
So I'm sending this message into Eastern region that if they don't want us on TikTok and social media lambasting them, they should take more proactive measures in getting rid of those people at Ayen Swano who are in those mining in the rivers. If they don't want us marching into Eastern region, they should get rid of those people. Because what is happening to us, it is very unfair to us. My constituency is in the same enclave. Awutu Senya West, part of this from Agona East, you get into Awutu Senya West. So that is where my village actually is, on that side. So this thing hits very close to home. It's not like because I have to speak for NDC and say I come to defend anybody. We don't want communicable diseases. We don't want this crisis on our hands, and we expect Eastern region to sit up and do the right thing. And that goes to all the other communities whose activities is affecting water in Central region. We will not sit down for anybody to put us through this discomfort.
But you've sat down and you watched them, and they've finished.
Okay, so that is Madame Gabriella, and kudos to her, because in a political landscape where you are able to get up and speak against your own political party, that makes you a true beacon, a leader, and also a true patriot. And you'll be play the defense card. Someone who's able to call his or her own party to order, say, you guys are moving to a slippery slope. And that's exactly what is really going on. Now, let us look at this from a different angle. Kevin Taylor is also saying, say, the whole issue about Mahama declaring a national emergency, it is something I was here because Mnoka say MPP Nibi Ababe make comments. Or party say banning and as a Mahama using military and also declaring national emergency, it is not going to solve Galamsey. And Kevin Taylor reacted to this in a different way. Yankoshe video back here to also.
Good. Now, man, way or a former NPP MP and ya so to or say Nidin Ade or say a Dr. Dixon Adumakum Kisi NPP for Mufra Bema. Omo MPs no Mufra Bemu pe automatically so be nyansa for omo abemu say mwa. This gentleman said, Wakabi been there or say, it is not about declaring a state of emergency. It's about going after financiers of Galamsey, sorry. Or say, or no, or your MPP ni, or your former MP. The idea say, abandoning declare state of emergency, or say, and then is the solution. Or say state of emergency na, ni onwankasa ni MPP. Asori anopa eye de say, John Mahama declare state of emergency, or say, yani kreyete so ni yanye. Na enye no na be solve Galamsey problem no. The be solve Galamsey problem na say e was say aban na ehwehwe omo a omo di sika ehye Galamsey mu. Omo mu hye kire a omo di sika no ehye mu. Na say anhwe eno a sa state of emergency no enya ade a ebetumi stop eye de Galamsey no ma yensu de ni ate. We MPP need to say me. Ye nyina kuta card. Otua dues, me so me tua dues. Inti technically MPP for no they have gotten to that point they are realizing say state of emergency no enye eno na betima solve eye Galamsey no problem no. In 2024 time and people like myself they be me one example yeah calling for state of emergency no, it was because President Ejina Enim aka kire say Minerals Commission aka kire say chairman want to be illegal mining no. President said Minerals Commission boa. The same time no na sector minister from Poboati at the document a command say the party for Galamsey. President say enfano ho. The same time no you president nebusiafo ne nanfofo a na de chairman wontumi omo ye Galamsey a president ne tua. At that point no we realized say the government wasn't doing anything and they were not willing to do anything. So the only thing we thought was the best to do no was to make sure say you declare state of emergency. But we have crossed that path where we have a new government that is willing to make sure the aye kan nyina na obetie na odibeye adwuma. The first thing I buy for way I say, Oma will be a license say onkoye mining. Meaning 2,500 licenses Ekufuado any MPP for the ma Galamsey for no and then there omdi gu wure ma mu say we are all trying to stop. Secondly, aban we buy no eye forest na answer na John Mahama Efra Bem 2016 na ya tuma yesema wo bia mine ho no Ekufuado ne MPP for ba omiamo omo be bie forest no and na MPP for eco forest na omo ye den omo di eye de asase no omo twa koko tugu omo twa nnua tugu and na virgin forest ade e bo ho ban no na do dan Ekufuado ne ba omiamo ebe bie tu mu NDC aban aba John Mahama said no oba beto sa forest nim because obia ni ho kwan say obekọ ye forest nim akoye de Galamsey. Until you can see the difference between MPP and NDC. The NDC is willing and they are ready to fight illegal mining. MPP were enablers. Omo na omo ma eye insuo na asay no. Omo na omo ma green light no. Omo na omo be floodgate no. Until omo ngasa MP catch Ghana for say MPP for Eka say state of emergency also mo Jimmy because state of emergency no say oye ne na and solve a problem no problem ni nyina say ye bechi obi tise chairman wuntumi atum ye bechi obi a oye tien Galamsey odi ne sika ehye matum na state of emergency no say wo de to ho a na say omo mukuta sika na omo ehye mu kina no omo da ho ho a Galamsey no ensi eno na abrante we a se bi okọ opposition we hu nyansa no ekyerkyerem Atre Ghana for say mami MPP for ndi okay MPP for ho state of emergency no mo kano onim so man kasa mpoma anya ifri say no mo nkofo na ye gala no na ende no because aban we A2 anamon aban we e kire say mo pese mo kono ebe yin say state of emergency de betu baby na aban hyehye a waye no san hyehye no ebetumi akọ Galamsey aban hyehye ni bi na makeka kire no enti sa wotie MPP ni say oti radio so TV so akogina nso bi ho abutu ho ejimi a oya aboa every say on person obadwini say nipa. These are very important things and it is say your money is so complicated. This is simple.